Hi, we're Steve and Tricia, and we've done a lot of things over the years. We raised 4 great kids. We took a trip across Canada for a month and then traveled home through the States. We built a home on our just over 1 acre property and then built another home for my parents. We invite you to join us over this next little while for life on the Northside. Today is going to be a busy day. We'll finally get to see the siding on the cottage house after all the fixing and the strapping and the trimming that Steve's been able to do, despite the ever-changing weather. Then hopefully we'll have time to see what we caught on our trail cam.
So basically we're putting siding over the existing cottage, and this is called vinyl board and batten. So it goes up vertically and you have to strap the house or at least put plywood on it so you've got something solid to nail to. Some of the old windows I've had to cap, so they look kind of like the new windows that have been installed. When you cut the profile out of the vinyl, it's all floppy and it has no shape. I probably don't need it in this case because there's already some profile there, but the piece you take off, it's got that groove in it. So if this was out here, that would be floppy. So you take the piece you cut off, you cut this off, and you just slip it back in, and it supports the vinyl. Just working with less than perfect conditions because the old cottage is there's some things that weren't done properly, so we just have to kind of work around that.
It was kind of added to from the original owners, was it?
I don't know if it was added to, but like this is a truss roof, but this is supposed to be what they call a gable truss. So it actually should have framing members that go up and down, but it's just a standard truss. It wasn't a gable truss. So there's all these diagonals, but there's not a lot of things to fasten to. So when you go to strap it, it's a little bit tricky.
I'm making a big mess on our front porch, and I'm trying to plant some seeds. So Steve and I got a great big pot of potting soil mix, and so we also got one of compost and manure, cattle manure, and so I took it and spread it all over the garden this morning. And this afternoon, while Steve was working, I thought I would take this and start some seeds. So in this container here, I have cantaloupe seeds, and I have another container a little farther over of all different pepper seeds, and planted a pile of peppers. So we'll see how they do. I've been saving my see-through egg cartons to make little terrariums. And I figured I would start some of these. So what else have I got to do? I've got Swiss chard, which we like. We eat a fair bit of Swiss chard. We use it for salads or instead of spinach. Not quite as bitter as spinach is, but it's a little bit more versatile. So you can boil it up like you boil spinach, or you can have it raw in a salad. And we really like it. Keeps a lot better than lettuces do. And it tastes as good. We still have snow on and off in here, so I'm not confident enough to put them in our garden quite yet. So I'll put them on the back porch for a couple more weeks, and hopefully they'll form little terrariums. I'll take the sticker off. And with the egg cartons, what's nice is you can put them right in the garden afterwards, and they just compost along with everything else. I garden the way my mother and my grandmother gardened. They put ash from the fireplace on top of their garden to give it fertilizer. My mother will be laughing right now. And eggs from breakfast were crinkled up and went on top of the garden. So I don't go too fancy. I'll give them some water. Hopefully we'll be ready to go.
And right now I'm putting the plastic shakes. They're supposed to be imitation. They look like cedar shakes. These vinyl shakes go together in panels, and they're staggered. I just put the top one up temporarily just to see how it's going to work out. I've got to cut them on angles so they fit in underneath the J-trim against the soffit. And yeah, the white along the top is the starter strip. They hook into that, and then they hook into one another. Yeah, this is one of the old windows that I had to cap with aluminum first before I could do the siding around it. And the soffit and the aluminum fascia, we've done that. So yeah, it makes an old cottage look new. Just the weather's not been nice. Today I got an hour in this morning and a half hour in tonight, and as the rest of it just rained the rest of the days. Well, it's time of year, it's spring. At least it's not black flies. Not yet.
That is true, anyway. Not yet. Once Steve finished the siding on the end gable of the cottage, we decided to take a break for a while. While we were walking back, we saw a couple of deer on the road in front of our place.
Oh, there's another one running across the road.
We used to have lots of deer, but neighbors who often fed them became snowbirds, wintering in the south, and we soon lost the deer throughout the winter. So it's nice when they return in the spring.
This is a game camera. It's a Christmas present, so that if any little critters come by, we get them.
We get
on
them.
Photo, a video of them. Basically, it works off. It's got a motion sensor And it also takes video at nighttime, which is nice. And hopefully when something walks by, it trips the camera, so it takes a short video. It always seems to get me when I walk by. Sometimes there was turkeys walking by the other day, and for some reason they walk so slow it didn't pick them up. I don't know. Set it up on the tree just to point into the woods. There's a bit of a pathway here, and deer cross through here, and different critters, so hopefully if a woolly mammoth comes by, we'll get him on video.
Called a snipe or a woodcock. Probably a woodcock because of his shorter legs and his long beak. He's a nocturnal bird that flies at night and is said to be the king of game birds to eat. When Steve and I first saw this, we weren't sure what it was and looked up a snipe, and I remembered the movie Up about snipe birds. But more importantly than that, I remember as a camper, we used to go snipe hunting in the night. Of course, we had no idea what we were hunting for, but we used to go with pots and pans and banging away and snipe hunting. We woke up this morning to sprinklings of snow, but it was obvious that it wasn't going to be around for long. I was thankful for a nice warm wood stove, and even more thankful for all of the wood that Steve had chopped during the winter time. We're very blessed.
Beautiful day to be doing this. too much, that everything fits in without bulging. So that's good. You also want to leave your vinyl loose so it can expand with the temperatures. It's going to shrink and expand, so if you nail it tight, it's not going to be able to move. It should be able to move.
He finished, and what a transformation. This old little cottage looks so cute now. Thank you for joining us for this journey on the North Side. Please share with friends if you think that they might be interested, and be blessed. We're looking forward to the beauty of another new season here on the North Side.